Ah, Darshan is here. Let me add him then. Yeah, come running. Hi,
Hi,
Darshan.
how
We
are
are
you?
live. Doing good, doing good. How are you?
Good, good, good.
So, let me
Hi,
just
Darshan.
welcome the viewers first. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this discussion. This is going to be epic, I'm sure, as epic as the book itself that we are going to discuss, which is The Shadow Rising, book four of the Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. And with me today, we have some very popular booktubers. But before I go to them, I want to introduce a friend of mine, Darshan. Thanks for joining, Darshan. Darshan is also an avid book reader. And do you want to have give a quick introduction, Darshan?
Sure. My name is Darshan. Um, I am a DOP in the film industry here, and
Well,
I just read a lot. I'm from Kerala, but I've grown up all over South.
All
nice.
right. Okay,
Are
nice.
you a booktuber?
Sorry?
Are you a booktuber? Do you have a channel?
No, no, I don't. I don't really.
Angie said there is a popular booktuber here. I wonder who is the popular booktuber.
You both, noob readers and
Oh my
mini-headed
god.
goose.
Oh my god.
It's a good one. Okay, so and then no readers, and that is Kiran, my dear friend. Go ahead.
Hi. Hello,
I,
Angie. Hi, Darshan. And nice to meet you. And yeah, I'm like a regular on this channel, so I don't think I have to introduce myself. Everyone knows who I am, okay? But yeah, I mean, love to be here talking with you all about Wheel of Time. And this is like literally my favorite book, so it's gonna be fun. So yeah, happy to be here.
Awesome, thank you. And then Anita, over to you.
Hey everyone, I am Anita. My channel name is my name Anita Kade. I mean I'm surprised Angie invited me because I already uploaded my spoiler filled
Yeah,
video, 30-minute video
Yeah.
talking about, Shadow Rising. So, after that, I'm surprised anybody invite me for the Wheel of Time.
I mean we should have all kind of opinions, right, in here.
Yeah.
So tell me what is the story. Tell us all what is the story behind your screen name here, Ninny-headed goose.
Okay. See, if you are familiar about Wheel of Time books, there are how to say, it's not exactly an insult. I mean that we insult, we call our friends like idiot, stupid, like
Yeah.
affectionate insults. So the
Hmm.
same way Wheel of Time has this wool-headed idiot. There is some word with L, I cannot remember now. Wool-headed goose, ninny-headed goose,
Yeah.
all these affectionate insults are there. I laugh a lot. I love them. So I decided to use ninny-headed goose for
I think
today.
it was Egwene, right?
Yeah,
You used it?
Egwene said that to
Yeah.
Matt. And she usually says to Matt and Rand both.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So, Darshan, when was the last time? I mean, you read this series and this book, what in particular?
it's actually been a while. I think maybe 4 years or so.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
Hmm.
But
That's
I've
a
read it
long
like
time.
no, I've read it like at least 6 times.
Oh my
The
Uh,
whole
god.
Full
series.
The
series,
veterans.
all
The
it's
series.
one of
veterans
my
are
favorite
here.
series of all time. And
How many times have you read Malazan?
Malazan I've read at least 10, 15 times. Like
Yeah. He's a
it's like
huge
in
Malazan
every plane
fan.
ride, every book ride, I just read Malazan. Malazan is
It's there.
there's nothing to be compared to Malazan. Like
Correct.
Interesting.
Right.
Interesting.
So, just a heads up, Kira, people who have read books further, no spoilers uh, beyond book four. So, Darshan, don't slip anything in. Do you remember what happened in book four?
kind of. I
I
mean,
have my concerns.
all books are
Don't
like
give me
one
spoilers.
story now. I just remember what Sanderson has written and what
Oh, okay, as a
he has
single
written.
story. you are dangerous. So
Jordan.
Kiran and
Yeah,
Darshan, we will
yeah,
Anita
we
and me
both
will
are.
stop it.
We both are very
We follow.
dangerous. Yeah, I mean, though
So,
I just read it like I guess some months back. So, but yeah, still
hmm.
it's yeah muddy waters.
You
Muddy
know,
water,
if you
yeah.
say anything beyond book four, we'll say beep, beep, then you have to stop that thought
How would
process.
you even know? How would you even know, Anita?
If we don't know
We
that,
will
then
know,
that
right?
means it's beyond book four.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I think we can spend maybe 5-10 minutes max, spoiler free. If
Mm-hmm.
anybody who has not read the book want to listen to what we thought about the book. So, Darshan, you have read the books multiple times. So out of the what is it? 14 books, right? 14 plus one, right? Yeah. Where does this stand? This book four stands for you.
Actually, book four, as far as I remember, was quite interesting because as it progresses, like from book seven onwards, it kind of gets draggy, but book four still has that nice pace, and um, it kept
Mm.
me hooked. Like there was at no point when I was reading it for the, like, one of the greatest experiences was reading it for the first time. Like, you want to know where things go, and you just want to keep moving, and I couldn't put it down. Like, I had work the next day, and I knew I had to get up at like 5:30 in the morning, and I was still like sitting at 2 in the morning and reading that book. Like, it's not
Yeah.
something, this thing, like, and it's never the same when you read it for the second or the third time. Like, it's that first time that really gives you, it's the mystery, it's
Hmm.
the and if I remember right, book four is where you really start exploring the differences between Sidon and Sidar. Like,
Saidar. Yeah. Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
so
a lot of lot of exposition happen here in this book. Like, we get to know a lot of backstories, a lot of mysteries are revealed, all the things that were slightly mentioned or referred to, or somebody implying. Most of the things we get answers for a lot of things. Yeah, I agree.
yeah.
So how would you rate, like, out of five?
I would rate pretty much everything that Jordan has written 5 out of 5. Like,
Okay.
I'm a
Big
huge
Jordan
fan
fan.
of Jordan.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Sanderson,
Wow.
when the books move into Sanderson, I'm not as fond of it, but
Hmm.
Jordan's work, book four, especially book four, up to book seven, I would definitely rate 5 out of 5. Like, um, there's no fault I can find in these books.
Hmm. Okay. All right. And then, so, Kiran.
Okay, okay, I should go next. Okay, I think that this is like my favorite book of Wheel of Time. Okay, I have read till like sixth book, that is Lot of Chaos, and then I started reading like the prequel. But yeah, I haven't finished it yet. I'm somewhere in the like in the middle of it. But I do have to say, like, this book is really special. And when I like think about it, right, there's just so much that happened, and I'm like, how did Jordan manage to do all of that in a single book?
Mm,
Like, seriously, there's just so much here that just happens, like, with all of our
right.
characters, and I'm like,
Mm,
yeah, that's so interesting. And I completely agree with Darshan that it didn't feel draggy at all. I think I love the pacing of this book. Like, literally, there's just so much happening and parallelly, and I just loved it. And I do have to say that Perrin, because I love him so much, and this was literally Perrin's book, and I loved it. Just loved it so much, and it's like a 5 out of 5 for me. So yeah.
that's good. Anita, what to you?
Okay, Kiran,
Hot
Kiran,
takes.
don't hate me. Okay,
Oh my
see,
god.
actually, okay. While reading the book, I was more annoyed, but while
Hmm.
filming it, I enjoyed it more. It's kind of weird, but all world building connections, what
Hmm.
happened in the Isle arc, I enjoyed it more. See, my problems, this has some amazing, cool world building elements. I will not
Yeah.
deny that actually. And
Yeah.
entire Perin's arc, that's inspiring actually. We'll talk about that more in the spoiler section. But
Yeah.
what bothered me in the book is there is lot of uncomfortable scenes, there is lot of nudity, and I was like, I don't care. I mean, these like how do I say it?
People are thirsty, but it's not very explicit, I would say. But yeah, people are thirsty in this book.
It's not just that. Even um, mm, okay. See, during that going to Rudian for the test,
Yeah.
both Rand
Hmm.
and Matt goes, and even
Mhm.
Avienda and Morian goes.
But
But
the women
Yeah.
go
girls
naked.
have to go naked. And those kind of
Yeah.
small,
Yeah.
small things, I was like, no, not for me. But
I was,
small things.
yeah, I was really expecting some kind of explanation for that, which we never got.
True.
Right? That I
True.
was
True. True.
expecting, okay, give me a reason why the women have to go naked and the men have no such role. Like, yeah, you're
It's
right there.
just like
Go
that.
ahead.
I think it's just like that acceptance test, right?
Yeah.
That they have to go through. So I think they kind of like wanted to create like a parallel to that when they go. But yeah, it felt very
Fine,
sexist.
but then make the men also naked, right?
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
No, so I think it's more to do with how Sidon and Saida work. Sidon is about seizing control, whereas Sidon is about, I mean, Saida is about accept, like being open to it. You got to let
Surrendering the
go.
yeah,
Surrendering.
yeah,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it, even though it was not explained in my head canon, it's always been like, that it's just because it is an uncomfortable position to be in. You need to let go of things to be able to still go ahead with that. I mean, it's probably just my head canon, but it could.
That's an excellent point, Darshan. Actually, even Channing in the comments, he commented in my review video where he said that even during a accepted test, where these women have to go to the terangreal arch, the same way.
Yeah.
I think this terangreal also maybe might be parallel to that. That's why women have to go naked. And
Yeah.
the comparison, as Darshan said, maybe surrendering means letting go of what they have in this physical world. That is an excellent point. Even
right?
I understand that, but still made me uncomfortable. You know, especially combine that with all these isle wise ones,
Yeah,
sauna bath kind of thing. And you know, it makes sense actually. They can't waste water, so that they do that kind of sweat bath.
steam
But
bath.
we,
Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
but we only get that with women scenes.
Mm.
When I said this, actually, one of my friends said that nobody wants to see men naked. Shut up.
This is what my husband always says because
Oh my
when I
God.
get when I get triggered by sexist, like all these item numbers and all, I get triggered and I ask, she's like,
Yeah.
and then I said, why can't men do like that? Like, okay, fine. If it is like he tells, okay, if it is somebody like John Abraham or Hrithik Roshan, fine, right? And who wants to watch this, normal people watch men's body? No, nobody wants to see it. But
So all
yeah.
these small, small things, I was a little annoyed while reading the book, but I definitely agree that this has some amazing world building elements. Totally agree with that. I understand
Okay.
why it is the popular Wheel of Time book.
Hmm. Okay. So how would you rate this then out of five?
I I rated it 3.5 when I finished reading
Oh,
it, but I
interesting.
wanted to increase it actually after talking about it. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
I'll revisit and increase the rating someday. I left it at 3.5 for now.
Okay. It happens with me a lot of time with many books, right? When I revisit, I tend to change my rating. Sometimes,
Yeah,
immediately after reading, sometimes you don't feel how exactly you feel about it. You have to think or talk about
yeah.
it and all. Right. So I rated it 5 out of 5. I really liked it. I have only one minor gripe with it. It's just that, without any spoilers, I felt the parents, the Trolloc attack and the whole thing that happens in the Two Rivers. I think it felt very repetitive at points, and I was like, okay, give me the conclusion. But I know why they did it because at the end, it all paid off, like the whole sequence. But sometimes I felt that was a little bit stretched. But that's a very minor gripe that I have. So that's the overall rating. So in this spoiler section, do you want to discuss something else? If not, I think we have a lot to talk about, so we could directly jump into spoilers.
Yes, let's go to spoilers.
Yeah, let's go to the spoilers. Yeah.
Only till
uh,
book 4.
Yeah.
only yeah. I just have one thing that I noticed that in general,
Mhm.
again, not spoilers, but is that in the previous book we didn't see Rand much. There was like
Mhm.
Moraine, or Lan, and mostly Perrin and Matt, all these characters. And here I think we got to see a lot of Rand. So Moraine and Lan were almost like background characters, like auxiliary characters in this book.
True.
I
True.
really felt that there were references to them, a couple of scenes with them, but otherwise it's all in the background. That's
Rand
something
is the one who
generally.
drove his arc, actually, not Moraine. He took control. Uh, you
Right,
know,
I
right.
in Great Hunt, actually, I was very frustrated with Rand because he was whining all the time. All he says was, "I will not be." What is that? His favorite word. I'll not be taken by I said I. Moraine will not
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
That's that he used to
Mm,
repeat that. He was very whining. I was frustrated with him. I was like, oh my
mm.
god, I need to read like 14 books with this character as main character. But in this book, actually, I liked Rand a lot. The way he took control. I mean, I really appreciated him.
Okay,
I
spoilers.
would
What do you want to talk first?
I'll talk about this. Like, I think I really loved the power shift. You can just feel, right, the Aes Sedai in the first three books where they are. Okay, and Maureen is literally just has taken these people, and she's so much in control. And then slowly you feel that power shift, and now Rand is at that particular level that he's just literally is just so annoyed, I guess. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't trust you, woman. Stay away from me." And I just love that. Just love that.
See,
Love that.
I
Yeah.
still, I still say that these kids actually are unnecessarily rude to Moraine. They don't have to listen to her. At the same time, they can say it in a polite way. Actually,
But would she listen if they're polite? Would Moraine listen to them? That's a question, right?
also, I am doing immersion reading. While I'm listening to audiobook while reading physically. So I think Michael Keaton's audio narration comes off very rude. Whenever
Interesting.
whenever he's talking in Rand's voice or Perrin's voice, when they say that, when they say something rude to Moraine, that tone actually comes off very rude. It puts me off. Actually, it's nothing to do
I
with the book.
I think I
I
love it.
too.
I
No, no.
just love
Actually,
the
I
voice acting. Yeah.
really
Yeah.
I started listening. I do immersive reading, and I just couldn't. I mean, the first two books I did immersion reading. That time I was not that familiar with audiobooks and all that. So I was like, okay, maybe this is how audiobooks are done. But then once I came back to this, I just couldn't take. They were too monotonous. It's robotic. Their voices very
Completely
robotic.
agree with
Kate
that.
Redding is yeah.
Completely agree with that. But for me, actually, I got used to the Michael Keaton voice in Mistborn while listening to Mistborn. I stopped Mistborn audiobook first time. Second book, I did not listen, but I forced myself to listen from this series because I needed to go through them faster. Otherwise, I'll not have time to read.
Right.
Anyway, we are totally digressing from the topic. Let's come back to Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. My favorite part of the entire, I mean, actually there are so many, but if it really asked me to pick, I think that would be the whole Aiel history, the whole thing that the whole sequence in Ruidian, right? They
Rodian.
go to yeah. Oh, I enjoyed it. I was so fascinated, and every time he goes one generation back, right? When he's thinking about I mean, dreaming about his ancestors. That was my favorite part in the entire book, and I think it was really well done and gives us the a lot of explanations for things that's happening now.
I
That's
think I
how
think
everything is connected.
sorry, Angie. I
Go ahead,
think
go ahead.
this Isle history where I felt this book leans toward grimdark actually, because there was a lot of violence, especially when we started with that ancestor that we almost traveled around 9 generations back. So first 3 generations there was sexual abuse. I mean,
Mm,
I'm glad it wasn't graphic. At the same time, I was shocked actually because I did not
mm.
think we see that in this book. So it was tough. That initial 3 generations, it was brutal. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to hate this book because it was making me feel bad. But then the more generations we traveled back, we moved on from that. We got to see what exactly happened. Uh, and that connection with Marine Sedai and Lanfear. We saw that Marine Sedai, one Aes Sedai breaking that Dark One's prison, and at the end, Asmodean calls Lanfear Marine. I was like, oh
Oh my
Oh
God,
my
I didn't connect
god!
that. You're just telling me now. Did you know this, Darshan?
Oh, oh.
No, I
Which
was not.
which book is this? Is it in the beginning of this book? No,
this fourth
Marine
book
said I.
only, see, fourth book only in one when we are learning the that
History.
Rand's ancestors Heil history.
Yeah.
We see that father, grandfather,
Yeah.
each
Mm-hmm.
grandfather, right? In
Mm-hmm.
the last one, when Aes Sedai actually gives that all Aes Sedai trinkets and artifacts to this Isle to carry on this um, s- carry them, right? Then one guy, actually he was warden, I think, for one of the Aes Sedai, that Marine Aes Sedai. So that Marine Sedai is always experimenting about one power. She is experimenting about why the side in and side out is different. She was doing something and it blew up actually, that power. That's when that crack for Dark One prison happens. We see that.
Wow.
But after the end, when Rand and Asmodean were fighting,
Yeah,
and when Rand blocks off Asmodean from the Dark One, Asmodean calls Lanfear as Mirene. That's when
Marine.
we saw that flashback, who we saw in the flashback is the same person as Lanfear.
That's
Oh
why
my
she
God,
has
Anita, you have
that
great.
reaction, right? That's why she has that reaction. Otherwise, why would she, right?
Oh my god!
She
I
knows.
was like, I I cannot tell you. I fell in love that minute. I love these connections actually.
Oh my God, I totally missed it because I remember reading that, but I forgot the name of that Aes Sedai. So that was, yeah, a good revelation.
Yeah, even I never actually made that connection because I'm terrible with names. Like, I just can't remember half the names that are introduced in the book. So this connection
See,
never occurred to me until you've brought it up now.
I only
Time for
remember
another
because
reread.
I only remember it because I'm reading library books. I have to return after reading. I cannot go back to book and check it. So I'm writing down names actually, especially these Forsaken names, because we are
Uh-huh.
getting each Forsaken name here or there. I mean, I cannot go back and refer if somebody we already read about. So I'm writing it. And these 9 generations, each name I wrote it down. I was like, so
Oh my
very,
god, I didn't do that.
I mean,
If I
I
start
don't even
doing
have
that,
to
I'll
refer
take
the
two
page.
months to
I
finish
don't
the
even
book.
have to refer the thing I have written it down, but when we write it down, it gets registered in our brain. Actually, we
Yeah,
remember more.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so totally. Yeah. What else about Ail? You were just at
I'll.
the.
I don't say I'll. I just want to talk about like the. I want to talk about Matt in this book because I don't know why, but I really enjoyed whatever happened with him also, and I kind of
Mm,
like want to like go into. Okay, so okay, maybe I should not be talking about this. So yeah, okay, what do you think about his interactions where he gets these holes in his memories and he starts
mm,
like talking in the old tongue and
yeah.
he gets the medallion and the spear and yeah, like what are your thoughts on that? I would love to know about that.
Like you said in the beginning, I think Perrin has an amazing arc in this book, right?
Yeah.
But my favorite character, if you remember our previous discussion, it was Matt. Remember
Yeah.
for the Dragon Reborn, Matt
Mm-hmm.
was my favorite character in Dragon Reborn, and I think it's still the same. He keeps even though he was not there much. What we got of him, I think he got his that what is it? What the caricature of Matt was formed in this book, I think, with his that
Mm-hmm.
spear. Uh, I don't know what to call that spear, the spear and the hat and that whole look of Matt that you see everywhere online. I think it's this book that established it, right? Because he buys it from the peddler, the hat, and he acquires the spear inside Ruidian and all that. So
Brilliant.
I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
yeah, and I was also fascinated by what he saw inside Ruidian. Matt himself saw. So that
Mm-hmm.
also again gave us a lot of information. And I still have not figured out what's the deal with Old Tongue. Maybe one of you can add without spoilers.
Okay, I'll go obviously without spoiler means.
Okay. Okay, Adita. Yeah. Let's hear it, Adita. Yeah.
Okay, see, as you know, Matt is my favorite character from the third book.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I am totally in love with him. I mean, he's too young for me, but in a nice way.
I'm
Uh,
also in love with him, don't worry.
the first time when he went through that door, actually, the
Mm-hmm.
Terangriel door, where he got to ask his questions, it was
Yeah.
said that he will marry daughter of 9 moons. I was
Nine
like,
moons.
who
Mm.
is the
Yes.
daughter of
Yes.
nine
Who
moons?
is it? Yeah. Same.
we
Same.
got that we got that in Shanchan arc, where Egyanin say that the emperor of court of 9 moons or something, so that girl is belongs to the Shanchan. Uh,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah,
You remember that? Oh my god. I love it. I love it, Adita, that you remember
You
that.
know
I
what?
Oh
I
am
my
an
should
god.
start making notes from. I'm going to start making. What is the next book's name? What is it called?
fires of heaven.
Fires of Heaven. Yeah.
Fires
Fires
of
of
Heaven.
Heaven.
Okay, I
Yeah.
will have a notebook titled Fires of Heaven because
You know,
I'm
I
making a lot of connection because I'm not writing these down.
I am
Yeah.
very immersive reader, and I repeatedly read. That's why I'm very slow actually. That's why I remember details, actually,
I am
intricate
slow
details.
also.
I'm
I
very
don't remember also.
Angie, I have OCD. I get very anxious if I don't remember things. Actually, that's why
Same.
Okay.
Same,
my
Anita.
brain
Same.
works extra to remember details.
Same. Same.
Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
so now I'm totally blanking on second and third questions he asked. One question they say that he has to go to Rudian, and the other is he'll
Rudian.
die and he'll live again something.
Yeah.
So the most interesting part is the second door he goes through. Such an idiot he
Yeah.
Yeah,
is. Oh
That's
my
so
I know.
god.
funny. That's so funny. Yeah.
Yeah. He always makes me laugh. And when they say done, 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 we realize that his wishes are getting fulfilled, but he
Yeah.
doesn't
He
realize that.
doesn't.
Idiot don't realize that. They say that he won't have to marry a daughter of 9 moons. I guess that marriage won't happen, but I'm still curious how that arc plays out, actually, because they say
Hmm.
done to when he says that, okay, I don't want to get married, they say done. And the second thing is, he says that I don't want to be controlled by Aes Sedai.
I said I. He.
I did not realize how it got fulfilled until I read Fights of Heaven. I am 300
Interesting.
pages into I'm 300
Nice.
pages into this. In this I realized how
Hmm.
that got
Oh,
fulfilled,
don't
actually.
tell me.
I'm not
Yeah.
telling
Sure.
you that way.
Sure.
I'm not telling you.
Sure.
And the third wish was, he wants his memories back, actually.
Back.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
He says
Uh,
he wants the holes in his
Whole
memory filled.
memory to be
uh,
filled.
Filled,
To be
filled.
filled,
Yeah.
They
actually.
gave him exactly what he asked for. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
the,
Yeah.
it's the way he asked it that was the problem.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
The devil is in the
he,
details. Yes.
he I think he already has that old tongue in the third book itself, actually, from
Yeah.
his journey to
He.
Torvel and to Tervi realize. At the same time, he also fought with Gavin and Galad with that. What is that?
Spear.
Right.
Not
Yeah,
spear.
spear. Yeah,
Quarterstaff.
quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so he already has that. See, in Nynaeve's arc, I think Brigetta says in the World of Dreams, Tarangriel, where she says
Mm-hmm.
that those heroes uh, live again and again. They come
Yeah.
back to life until that
Mm-hmm.
birth. They'll wait in the World of Dreams. She says.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
am
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
guessing Matt is one of those heroes. That's why he could speak old tongue and all.
The old
Now
tongue.
his
Yeah.
hopes and memories of those past lives getting filled. That is my
Mm-hmm.
theory, actually.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, yeah. If you connect that, he could be the one. He's one stuck in the wheel, right? That's what she says. Those of us who are stuck in the wheel, we are born again and again. Could be.
That's explained in the later books, right? Like
Yeah.
that they
Yeah.
are
Don't
I also
come.
I also don't have the answers, Angie.
I'm
I
not
also
telling you.
don't.
I'm just saying
I
it is
also don't.
explained in the later books.
Yeah.
I I have no answers, okay? It is not explained till the part that I have read so far. So yeah. We are also I'm
How
also
do we remember?
speculating.
Now I feel like okay, I should have made notes from book one to do all the connection. Anita, give me a sample of your notes. I need to know how to take down notes, make all the
Okay.
connect. Do you have a flow chart?
Okay, I want to talk about that. Something that happens like right at the beginning, and I think that's like the what do they call it? Bubble of evil, I guess. I think that sequence was
Mm,
just so fun to read. I just loved that. Okay, because I just loved. How for Matt it was just so goofy, like the way that he's just playing cards and his cards, like the figures in them just be alive, and then they start like hurting him. And yeah, it was just fun to read. I'm like, yeah, okay, that's like comedy. That's like pure
Actually, that's
comedy.
the
Actually,
only part that
actually,
I
Matt
didn't
is.
like.
sorry.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Darshan.
No, I was just saying that's the only part that I didn't like because magic is very structured in this world, and
Mm-hmm.
that kind of didn't fit in with the feel of magic of that world. Like it just felt like a random event,
Goofy
like
thing.
cards and life
Yeah.
and this thing. If
I
And
there
then
The
is
luck
Rand
anything
got
I
not
also.
liked
met.
about this book, it's that one bit. Like
Yeah, that
I
Rand
agree with.
also, where all of his reflections are like coming at him and like attacking him. Like, yeah, I mean, it sounds dreadful. Like, I mean, if I was like on the place of Rand, I would have been like so sad. I'm like, just imagine you're all alone, but literally you're still haunted by your own reflections. It just sounds so terrifying. And I think that's like that actually make you realize what like Rand is like going through mentally in
Mm.
that particular moment. And I think it was just so well done. But I do kind of agree that yeah, the magic feels really weird in all of
it
Yeah,
doesn't
those
feel like it's
I also
belongs.
agree.
instances.
I also agree
Yeah,
with Darshan where it came out of nowhere because we didn't
yeah,
know what's happening. But I like the fact that they're all attacked by things they're scared of. Rand is scared of what he's becoming. That's why he is attacked by his own reflections. Perrin is scared
mm-hmm.
of his axe, actually. That's why he's
Accents, yeah.
attacked
Yeah.
by his axe. Matt,
Mm-hmm.
I think initially I was confused why he is getting attacked by cards, but I think he's scared of his luck. He doesn't know what is happening, why he's getting
The
luck.
dark one's luck.
Yeah, I,
Yeah,
I
the
think
dark one's luck. Yeah.
I
Dark
think
one's luck.
that's why he's attacked by cards. But I still don't know how his luck uh, uh, is happening. I think we need to know
Mm-hmm.
that in future books. I hope we
Yeah,
get that.
same. I also don't know. I am also speculating. I don't know what happened. Why is he lucky all of a sudden? We don't know. Yeah.
All right. So before we go into the next main character, Perrin, I want to quickly,
Let's
quickly
talk about the
discuss.
girls. Let's talk
Yeah,
about the
let's
girls. Yeah.
let's quickly discuss first. Oh my God, this as if fail was not enough. We have a number two version of fail, which is Avienda. I just wanted to hit
Avienda.
her like slap her like
Interesting.
Avienda. I know people will hate me because nobody, a lot of people like her, but I did not. At least
Okay,
still in this book, I didn't like her. She was
I'm totally
annoying.
I'm totally with you, Angie. But before moving on to girls, I want to say one last point about
Sure,
Matt, my
sure.
favorite moment of Matt, where he is himself. When Rand uh, goes to that aisle meeting, big meeting, when
Mm-hmm.
Cooladin comes and he also shows off the dragons,
The
Matt,
dragons, yeah. Yeah.
Matt is like ready to go. He signals Rand. That was my
Yeah.
favorite moment. I was like, such a buffoon.
He's like, come quick, bro. I'm like, we have to leave now.
Yeah, we came
Yeah.
and tried. Enough. Let's run away from here. That was my
It
favorite
was a
moment.
very cinematic, yeah, moment. Like we could
And
actually picturize the
it's
humor there.
and it's on point with Matt's character.
Character.
That
Yeah.
consistency. I mean, this is where Jordan's character work shines. Yes, he
Mm.
annoys me with some of his characters in some books, but I mean, this consistency with Matt's character, I really loved.
I also love
Yeah.
how everyone just tells him that, that particular door frame that he enters in tier, like, don't go over there. But Matt, being
He'll
Matt, he's
definitely
like, you
go.
know what? I will definitely go. The people are
I
saying don't
actually
go,
made
I
a
will do
note
that.
also. Actually, I made a note also. I promise. He says, "I promise I won't go near that thing unless my life depends on it. I swear." And Egwene shook her head. However much everything else changed, Matt just never would. And I make a note. I have a feeling he will
He
definitely
will.
do it. So
And
And
the irony that he was about to die from that tree that's called the tree of life, if I'm not wrong. And I'm like, oh my god. I'm like,
yeah,
oh my god, that's just,
yeah.
and
oh my god.
and one more my favorite Matt's moment is when they are going to Rudian, they have to submit all their arms. Matt
Oh
is
my god. Yes, yes, he's pulling out all of those
Nice.
weapons.
That was the most
Again,
cinematic moment in the book. Like you have seen
right?
that in so many movies, and
Yeah.
it
Yes,
was just perfect there for that character. Like
yeah,
yes.
man,
Seriously, yeah.
and
I
the
hope
wise
in
ones
him.
and the wise ones are proud of him actually. That
Right.
was
I really liked Wise Ones also. Let me say, because among the whole buffoonery that was going on, like people doing things that they are not sure of what they are doing, just trying out things like beta testing and things like that. They don't know how to use their power. They were like sure, like they were these not sure exactly, but this strong foundation that you get. They have some knowledge and all that, and they were grounding with all these people acting like apes around them.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so
Avienda.
Aviande.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
Avianda.
say, okay, I love Avienda. Okay, I just love, she's a Sundari character. Okay, you just have to give her some time. Okay, but I think she's amazing. Okay, she's just internally struggling, whatever that she's feeling for like Rand and whatever that's happening around, right? So Abhi, just give her some time. Okay, she's a good character. That's what I'm gonna
Okay,
say.
just what I'm about to say, Kiran. Thank you for saying what you had to say because you gave me the opening to say what I want to say. See, people who have read far ahead of us, far ahead of fourth book, or people who read entire series, I understand. Maybe Avianda had a good character growth. Maybe you fell in love with Avianda, but you have to understand our perspective. We read only fourth book. In this, Avianda is annoying beyond
Annoying.
anything. Only dialogue she had was "You belong to Elaine. You belong to Elaine." Oh my god! Imagine,
I
imagine,
know.
imagine if some guy says that to girls. Actually, you belong to some guy. We will not tolerate this. That's very toxic behavior. Actually,
Yeah,
I
actually.
see. I understand Avienda's point of view. Actually, maybe she's struggling with her feelings, and she also likes Elaine as a friend. Actually,
Yeah.
so I understand where she's coming from, but that particular behavior is toxic. I I was so annoyed actually. I mean, I hope we move on to that phase
Mm.
soon.
Mm.
And
Yeah, because you're so right. Because if the genders were reversed, we would be like really really upset about it. And in fact, I think at one point Rand says, I'm nobody's. Like I will decide. Like
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
my choice. And I was clapping. Yeah, Rand standing up to her finally. And all that. Stop. Put a stop to this bullying. Like you are the dragon reborn. Right. What do you think? Did you feel that, Darshan, or what do you think about Avianda?
Honestly, I have read ahead and I don't remember what's exactly in book four. So I like Avienda, but I am speaking from the entire series perspective.
Okay. No, till now she is like, okay, what is
She
that?
is not the one who I dislike. Like there are
Yeah.
other characters
Of
I
course, there
dislike.
are other characters, but yeah, in book four, she was annoying. Like
In book
always
four,
behind
yeah, when she's
Rand.
introduced,
Yeah.
she was quite annoying. But
I mean,
I don't
okay,
remember
okay.
when that paradigm shift happens. Like
Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, see, the way that it is kind of like portrayed is Elaine likes Rand. Okay, and I mean, we know, like, at least we as readers know Rand also has feelings for Elaine, right? We know that, and they kind of like, in Avianda's mind, it's like, yeah, whatever that she is feeling, okay, she's feeling kind of a guilt over there, whatever that's going on. So it's kind of like making her that she's actually saying that to herself, if you just really
Mm.
read into it.
but
Okay,
but
she,
but but that's
yeah.
that's not shown much in book 4. Book 5 we
Mhm.
realize that she's feeling guilt, actually. That more came out in
Yes,
book 5, actually. Now I know.
but if
But
you'll
book 4 we
but
don't know that.
Anita, if you read more about the Sundari characters, right, you'll start feeling this, okay, that there's something wrong with this character. There has to be. Like, why is she like suddenly behaving like that? So yeah. I think this whole like sister wife thing, or I don't know. I think the Isle people, they kind of like feel a lot about all of these things, I guess. Like, yeah, this is how you should be, you should behave in this way. And I think they're very strict in that way, that okay, this is not, you're not supposed to like behave in this particular way, and this needs to be proper, this is not proper. So they're the kind of raised in that environment where you have a lot of rules. And I think that's the mindset that she also has, that yeah, this is not right. And I don't think that in her mind she understands what she's saying is wrong. And I think that's the reason she thinks that what she's doing is good for her friend. And I think if I look at it from that perspective, I can understand where she's coming from. But yeah, that's going to change, and you'll
But
fall
she
in
was
love for her.
getting on
She's,
his nerves. Like you don't have to,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
be like that.
yeah.
And any other
I
women?
mean,
Okay,
File.
I.
I mean, File
Hmm?
was so annoying,
Oh.
man. I don't think anyone was even more annoying than
No, but I
File.
think
She's
she
the
was.
most
Oh,
annoying character. She was
I
the
think she's
most annoying
getting.
character.
She was better from Dragon Reborn. Dragon Reborn, I just wanted to throw the book away. Like she was so
she is the
I think
one
the
character I dislike throughout the series.
same.
right,
Uh,
right. Everybody
I
says that.
hate her.
Everybody says
her
that. Somebody called
I hate
Faith.
characterization
her.
was off. Like I like evil characters also. I like Eliada. I like a lot of villains, but Flair was just everything about her
She was
characterization
this
felt
random
wrong. Like,
person who just came. I thought she is somebody like Lanfear or something initially because she's so annoying. And then how her arc turned out, I was like, really? And now because we are talking about Faye, let's talk about Perrin also because Perrin, we got to see such a different side of him, okay? The romantic side of him, the beautiful vow, the marriage vow he made, and then the letter he wrote. I was like, really, Perrin? Oh my god, I didn't expect this from you. That's like,
I
that
feel
was
bad
such
for
a
him.
sweet moment.
I feel bad for him because he's my favorite character. I'm like, dude, you're in love with her. This is
Okay, I
she
have
is the.
okay,
I
I
mean,
have
I mean,
unpopular opinion
Anita.
again.
Anita, one thing, okay. I think I would say the only good thing that she did was bring those reinforcements, and that's the only
Yeah,
good thing that she did in this entire
right, right, right.
book. And the audacity of this woman to manipulate. I mean, this poor guy. I mean, yeah, Loyal. I mean, Loyal is literally the most,
Oh, yes. And
like
Loyal was
coolest
so,
person.
even
Yeah.
he was losing it at some point, right?
See,
In this
I mean,
book. He
I
was
mean,
like,
he's such a good character, and this woman has the audacity to manipulate him. And all she did was manipulate both Perrin and Loyal, and I just hated that. I'm like, she's such a, oh my god. I feel so much hate for this woman, and I don't know, man. I can't stand her. Like, every page, right, she does some really random shit that I
no,
just I
and then
just can't
not
stand
just
her.
doing, not just doing, she annoys you with her. nasty comebacks which are so rude and doesn't make sense, and I don't know what she expects Perrin to do. She's so rude.
Yeah,
You want to say something,
true.
Darshan?
Yeah,
No,
Anita,
I
let's
just
no,
Can I
let's
say?
listen from
Can I
Anita.
say?
No,
Can
Yeah,
no,
I
yeah,
Anita,
say?
Anita,
let's say. Sorry, sorry.
defend her, defend file for me, defend her.
Okay. See, first of all, when Dragon Reborn, when File was introduced, already people were saying, "I hate her, I hate her." I was like, I did not see anything to hate her yet. She was just introduced. Let me read something. Okay. I I was too stubborn not to be influenced by everyone's opinion. I want to have my own opinion. Okay, I want to look at her from an outside perspective. I don't want to start hating her.
Mhm.
So I did not hate her
Mm.
in Dragon Reborn. We did not know anything to hate her. I
No,
did not
she was
hate her.
annoying in Dragon Reborn.
She was annoying, but I did not hate her. There was nothing
Mhm.
to
Okay.
hate yet. In
Hmm.
Shadow
Yet.
Rising, yeah, in Shadow Rising, in Perrin's arc, that part actually, when they started traveling through ways until they reach two rivers, both Fail and Perrin were annoying. They drove me crazy with their argument actually. They drove Loyal crazy, they drove me crazy. But that responsibility has to be with both Perrin and File. I don't understand why only File gets hated. Perrin is also annoying during those
Because
moments.
she is the one who is instigating it. He is
Yes.
not. That's
No,
the
he's also
reason.
no, he is also instigating. I
That's because throughout Dragon Reborn, he was like so patient. Now at least he has to react. Through the entire Dragon Reborn, he was being bullied by this lady. I was like, ah, somebody
Anita,
please kill
I
her. Pollock.
see, Anita, I think the reason for it, right? We have spent so much time with Perrin and we understand who he is as a character, okay? And we know that how good he is. But with File, okay, we were not given any opportunity to love this woman. That's what I
exactly
feel.
exactly. Perrin was more fleshed out. So we were
Mhm.
already biased towards him. We were already looking
Yeah,
from his perspective. So it's easy to
yeah.
take his side. File. Oh my god, I keep forgetting her name. File is not fleshed out. So the problem is with writing, not with her.
Mhm.
You
No,
know,
yeah.
it
So
is with her
actually,
because there is no. Yeah, go ahead.
no. So
Darshan.
actually, what I was saying was that it's not that I hate Flail. It is that her character feels off. Like it doesn't feel like a whole character. I dislike her, but I don't hate. Like I
I
like
hate her.
characters that I hate. But
Yeah, because
if you
there is
can
no
make me hate a
justification.
character, you make me feel something for that character. That's good
I
writing.
yeah, File wasn't fleshed out. I think Jordan did not give her
Mm.
perspective to us much, but
Mm.
actually she's a, if only he had given I mean he had shown us things from her perspective, we would have liked her. The problem
Mm.
came from that actually.
I still
We do
don't
not
like her.
know,
I still
because you
don't
are
like
biased
her.
towards
No,
Perin.
no, not
You
liking a
said your
character.
point, let me talk. We-
Yeah.
I think we don't know why she's doing that way. Actually, I mean, she's definitely um, a more dominating character than Perrin. That's why people tend to not like her. But she's not a bad person, at least not yet. Maybe in future books, if she betrays Perrin, maybe I would hate her. But at least till now, she's not a bad person, you know. Bad
Mhm.
character, yes, because she wasn't fleshed out, but she's not a bad person. She doesn't
No, but
manipulate Perrin with bad intentions. She manipulates Loyal because she loves Perrin. She knows Perrin is going to sacrifice himself. She wants to save him. She loves him, she wants to save him. That's why she manipulated Loyal. That is a good intention. She's not some, you know, sorry, Darshan, she's not Elida or Lanfair or Leandrin who he has bad intentions actually. It's not fair actually to, to say that she's a bad person. She's not.
Yeah,
But
but
she's
that's
still
what I'm
toxic.
trying to
but
say.
But it's
she's
What
toxic.
I'm saying is, I like a good villain. I like characters who are bad. her character was not there. Like I didn't understand the half the things she was doing. When I say I dislike her as a character, it means that I dislike how she is in the book. Like it's not that I hate her. Like I
Yeah.
want to hate her or I want to love her. I just felt it. She didn't make sense in half the places.
Yeah,
I
I,
like
Right.
I
it when you
totally
make me
understand.
hate someone. Like I love that. It means you have written that character so beautifully. You're
Yeah,
making me hate them. It's the same concept in a movie villain. Like you need to feel that hate, but
yeah.
just
Correct.
showing a kind of one toxic relationship between them without any kind of explanation to what is happening, how her thought process is. That's what I dislike. That's why I
No, but the
dislike.
thing, I don't disagree that. I mean, I don't disagree with Anita that she like that she has bad intentions or anything. Like I agree with that. She has good intentions, but it's not her intentions or actions that annoyed me. But it's her rude banter that annoyed me and that put me off. I'm not saying that she is a bad person. I'm saying that the qualities of her, that the banter that she used, which was useless, which was utterly rude. Sometimes it like Darshan said, sometimes didn't make sense at all. And even when she was manipulating Perrin, that was later on. But initially itself, she was annoying for no reason at all.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, one page when she's there, like every single page that I have to read, right, where she is, I'm just annoyed. I'm just so annoyed. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, why is she even there? Why? And the other character who's like really annoying me is the other character that is like, what was the name? Berlin. Yeah, I don't know why she's there in this story. Like, what is she even doing? I have no
Jealousy
idea.
factor.
I have
That is
no
the
idea why
jealousy.
she's there.
Okay,
Yeah.
Berlin actually, she was annoying. But number one, she's also because of the Tavern's pull. Everyone is attracted
Mhm.
to Rand.
Hmm.
At the same time,
Hmm.
she's also wants that power. Actually, she's one of the rulers for that small island
Yeah.
or something.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Because of that, she's doing,
Main, main,
yeah,
main, right?
main.
Yeah. Mm.
Is it main?
Mhm.
Maybe. But
Yeah.
yes, that one scene is annoying. But again, I did not see her enough to hate her. Actually.
Yeah, she's
Hmm.
annoying though.
So
Yeah.
Matt's fantasy book reviews, he's made a comment. She's not bad, but the thing about Fail is she's a very flawed person. But her and parents' romance feels the most real and fleshed out of all the parents in the series. I
Totally.
actually yeah,
I
I
totally
agree.
agree.
At least in this book, like I told you, right? We saw the romantic side of Perrin, and she actually brought out that soft side of Perrin at the end. So
Okay,
that's
I have
one
read
redeeming
like
quality we can assign to her, I think.
I have read like more, but I do feel that whatever that she's doing, right, I will not consider that as romantic. I'll be very honest. I think that she just, yeah, I will not consider that romantic. I think
Okay,
she's just too jealous.
let's all agree that Kiran hates fail.
Yeah, I do.
So-
I do. Yeah.
and what else? There is this one scene before I forget. I wanted to say that there is this one scene with Ordith. What's his old name?
Mm.
Padden Fane.
Oh my god.
Mm.
Pedant Fane.
Oh my, yeah, oh my god. His character in this book is like I was, in fact, I wasn't expecting much of him, and
Mhm.
whatever we got, like, oh my god, those were amazing scenes where he actually is having a confrontation, or he is tied up this, I can never pronounce that thing correctly. What is that? Murdral? Murdral?
Murderer. Murderer, yeah.
Murdral.
Mm-hmm.
So he is tied up and torturing the Murdral. That was a terrifying scene. That was like, do you remember that scene? That's a, maybe I should. Uh, I was
Yeah.
like, oh
No,
my
I do,
god,
I
I
do,
had to
because
take a
it
break.
was. We've
Yeah.
always seen the Murder as this kind of elite of the Dark One, who's this insanely scary presence, and to see someone who treats it so casually, where it's just tied up and tortured, it's something
Right.
that you remember.
And
Seriously.
I have no idea what are his true intentions, to be honest. I just don't understand them. I'm like, what does he want? It feels like he's not a part of like even Dark One's like army. Like it just doesn't feel like it, right? Like what is he doing? It
See,
feels like he
he
has
was
his own things.
he
Yeah,
was
he has his
already
own
he was
things.
he was already creepy, and he already, I mean, initial orders were to capture these three Teveren, but now
Yeah.
he got connected with that dagger.
Dagger. Yeah.
Dagger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sh-
Shadar Logot.
Shadar
Shada.
Logat dagger.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he got that that kind of evil one, some kind of hatred entered him. Now
Hmm.
he's proactively hunting Grand, Matt, and Perrin, and he wants to kill them. He will not
Yeah.
Mm.
stop until that gets done. Actually, I after book 2 or 3, I did not think it was possible to hate him more, but in this book, I hate.
You're
I mean,
really.
he killed Perrin's family. He would have killed actually Matt families too. Other with I mean, if Children of Light was there, that was the only thing they did good. Actually, they stopped him from killing Matt's family. But
Right.
I hate Children of Light too. Oh my
I
god!
hate them. Oh, to think about it, there is so much, so many people to hate in this book, in this series. I
Yeah.
think
But I
more
do
than we
feel
love.
I like Audith, or I should say, what is his name? I completely
Padan
forgot.
Sane.
Padan
Padan
Fane.
Sane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I find his character very interesting because I have no idea of his true motives, and I think that's what, like, there's so mystery around it, and I find it very interesting. So I'm like, yeah, he's one character that I want to know more about. So
I
yeah,
think he's a dark friend, but again, he's more evil because of the influence of the dagger. This is
See, I'm very
my.
afraid to give spoilers here, so I'm not
Yes,
saying
keep
that.
quiet.
You know, in
And
movies,
you can laugh at our.
in
yeah,
movies, so many movies we see. I'm not able to think of movies now. Actually, in Indian movies too, popular movies, we see that, like, that main villain, but the actual psychopath is somebody side. That
Mhm.
trope is this actually. Actual
Yeah.
Mhm.
psychopath is actually Pedan Fain. I think
Yeah,
we'll see him
Darshan,
almost till
uh,
the
uh,
end.
So he
yeah,
is
Darshan,
closer to the
uh,
third party. Say something like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. You don't have one villain. You'll have multiple villains. They might work together, but both of them
mm,
will have their own aims, and they would betray
mm,
each other
Mhm.
at any point. And he's made to feel that way. Like the
Just
mm.
like
feeling is
Forsaken. All the
he's
Forsaken
also
are
the
like that, right? Forsaken feel like that. They all have their own thing, and they're
but they're
just
all
working
bound for the
together.
dark one
Yeah.
in such a way that
Yeah.
Yeah.
they need him. Whereas Padan
Hmm.
Fain has the dagger of Shada Logot. Like
Yeah.
he's got a separate power he utilizes. It just makes him
Mm,
a wild card. And that's
Yeah.
why I
mm,
like his character a lot, because
True.
it
Hmm.
it's added something that's not a part of this epic one power versus the this thing. It's a third
Hmm.
uh, it's something thrown into the gears of the wheels. Like it
Hmm.
Yeah.
I love this character because of that. It was a
right.
good
True.
addition to the book.
Hmm.
Yeah, in the book I hate him, but as a character, it's really, really like you look forward to seeing him, and
Yeah,
to
you're
make
meant to
him
hate
make us
him,
feel
and
creepy.
it
Yeah,
worked beautifully.
right. Even I think his I liked as much as they showed in the series. I liked that character because they could build that creepiness around him, his character. Uh, Now that I have reached book 4 and I think about how they have done the series, now I understand why Wheel of Time, hardcore fans were pissed with
Do
Amazon.
not like it that much. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because at that time I was like only in book 2 or something. I didn't know much, and I was like, what is the fuss all about? But now I feel they could have done it much better. I feel like that, yeah. But
Let's talk
um,
about the girls now. Yeah. Let's talk about the
Wait,
girls.
wait,
uh,
wait. Darshan, you are saying something?
No, I was just saying that book 4 is because of the world building that they do in book 4 is actually my favorite book. Like I have had
Hmm.
the when they reveal the Ales history and how they formed and all, and it made such perfect sense. Th- may do they also reveal the Ales future in this book?
No.
no,
No,
no, no,
They
no,
right?
say
no.
that
So,
no, they say that
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
dragon. They say that Rand will break.
They
Dragon
will
will
break
break
Break.
them.
the
Break
break the
wheel.
them.
world, yeah.
That's
Break
it.
them. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
it
right.
the
Yeah.
Um,
Maybe leave it. Maybe leave it.
yeah,
no, no, please
I
don't give
won't
it.
talk about that, but
Okay.
I have literally thought about that scene where he discovers their history step by step, and um, like it is something that lives rent free in my head for a long time, because I I don't know, like
It
the
was
transition
fascinating.
from
Yeah.
being that peaceful race to this ultra warlike race is not something you
Oh,
would have expected.
yeah. Right, the Tuatan and the Isle and the Jen Isle. Oh my God, that was another revelation. I was like, I actually pinged Pratik, and I was like, really? Are they the one who become Tuatan? Or like it was crazy for me. And at the end, the revelation happens and how they couldn't accept it that these bunch of guys whom they considered like cowards and whom they hated, like they have to say,
And the
oh, that was like I could totally understand why some of them ran away.
No, the
Yeah, that they
beauty
So
of
used
it
to
well
is
done.
he has
follow.
set it up over the entire series, how they treat the tinkerers and how why they only use spears and
Hmm.
a lot of
Hmm.
things he has set up over 3 books to finally come to this point. And
Right, that's a
the
brilliant.
reveal was something that hit like a hammer. It is mind blowing. Like,
Yeah,
Right.
definitely agree with that.
Yeah,
That
and you're
reveal
like,
actually was
you,
awesome.
yeah, and I was
Mm.
like shocked. I'm like, they used to follow the way of the leaf. Oh my god, they hate them. I'm like, what? Like
Yeah.
what?
and
Anita,
even
you say
the
something?
tinkerers searching for the song, like when they reveal the song, it was
What?
so.
No, no, no. There is no revelation of the song. Don't tell me anything.
No, it is
No,
it is
in
there here
in one of the
in
in one
book
of the
4.
generations flashback, they were singing actually. I
Yeah,
think
so they
Yeah.
sing.
Is that the song that they're searching for?
Yeah, so
they that's the connection actually. In the first book, we see that they're searching for the song,
Right.
but in one of
Yeah.
the flashback, we see the song actually. We realize that's
Correct.
the song they were searching for
I
actually.
didn't
so they
realize
used
that,
to sing
but
to
I
make
remember
those
reading
trees
it.
of life grow.
Yeah.
Like that
Mm.
was how they
Mm.
made them grow, and that is the song the tinkerers are searching for.
Yeah.
Uh-huh,
They
uh-huh.
Yeah.
lost that
And it's long
song,
lost in their memory. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
and that reveal also altogether was mind blowing.
Completely
The,
agree. I
I
love
think
that
those
entire Tinker's connection.
that chapter 22 to 26, like the whole IEL history, that I really, really, really I have to reread. I think because that was my favorite part.
There are a lot of
Uh,
small details in that reveal a lot of things actually. So that is
mm.
one section I have reread multiple times.
I
I
also
think I
feel
should
that,
read it. Yeah.
yeah, I feel that I need to just go back and then start like because I'm like halfway into the series, so maybe I should go and like start rereading them so that yeah,
Revision
I
before the.
I'm
the
so
second
glad
half.
I'm so glad I took notes. I was like, okay, one generation back, who are the characters? What happened? Second generation, who are the characters? What happened? I took notes.
Can we get a photocopy of that? Send it on
I'm
WhatsApp.
not sh- I'm not sure you'll understand. It's not neat. It's very crazy handwriting, but I'll
Okay.
send you a screenshot.
Okay, let's move on to the girls. Kiran has been shouting from such a long time.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Yeah.
let me tell my quick two-word,
Hmm.
thoughts about the girls. I think they were much successful than in Dragon Reborn, because in Dragon Reborn they were doing too many things with no
Hmm.
results. But it was much better in this book. Nynaeve did tug her hair as much as earlier, but she was still doing, and I was really satisfied that Jordan wrote one paragraph where she's like stopping herself from tugging her hair, and he didn't use that word. He was using jerk, no, instead of tugging. So maybe he realized at that point his editors would have pointed it out to him. I don't know that you're using too much of this. And again, Nynaeve, okay, she's much better. You know how
Hmm.
much I don't like her much, because of whatever. Sometimes she annoys me because of her overconfidence and arrogance. But again, because they are from two rivers and one team, I like her because like her goal is common, and whatever for the good.
Hmm.
There is, excuse me. I don't have much to say about Egwene, except for I was always kind of uncomfortable the way her and Rand's story turned out. I wanted them to end together, so I was kind of disappointed because I am a sucker for childhood sweethearts and those kind of romantic
I
stories, and I
think
want
that's
that
what
for
he was
Rand.
trying to accomplish. Like he set that up and broke it to break the trend of childhood sweethearts, like of belonging together, that destiny, and that's the whole reason he set it up that way, and then removed it. It's for him, it was a sign of growing up, like letting go of that.
Mm, yeah.
Interesting.
Um,
Egwene did not have. Sorry, Angie. Go ahead. I will talk once
one
you
small
finish.
thing. Yeah, one small thing about I forgot now. Wanted to talk about Naini. That um, you go ahead. When
Can
I
I say?
remember,
Can
I'll
I
tell
say?
you.
Can I go next? Can I go next? Okay.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead. You were so
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
enthusiastic about it. Okay. Go ahead.
Arita, I just say Nynaeve is the best female character. I love her. I just love her so damn much. And I think whenever she comes, right, she's literally so annoying, but at the same time, she's the best character. I just love her so much. And I feel that in this particular book, right, her face off with Moghedian, oh my god, loved it. Loved it. I just love it so damn much. But I do feel that some of her decisions kind of like do not make a lot of sense. But I do feel that whatever that she does, she has that really pure heart, and whatever that she's doing is for all of our immense fielders, and she loves them so much. And then she's like, yeah, this is what I have to do, and she takes that wisdom wali responsibility that yeah, I'll take care of them and I'm the one who's doing it. And the way that we see, like abhi tak we were just feeling that Forsaken are like at that level, okay, that yeah, they're like crazy powerful, and Ross power, they're like too powerful. And then suddenly Nynaeve comes, and then she's equally matched with this Forsaken, and I'm like, OMG, Nynaeve, oh my god, I'm so hyped. Okay, I'm just so hyped. I don't know how far she's gonna go, but I'm in for it, and I just love her so much. I do feel that for with Egwene, I feel the way that that they kind of explain, right, that in the world of that Tel'Rondriad, right, when they go and then they have to like think about that particular place and then they reach over there, it it feels a bit weird. I mean, I don't know. Well, yeah, I mean, the way that things work in that world, right? It feels a bit weird. It feels like, yeah, I mean, there's just no way how they're doing it. It's like, yeah, it felt like, yeah, we are able to do it. It's just there's no explanation behind that thing, that how they are able to just do whatever that they want to over there. But yeah, that's the only thing that I feel a bit weird whenever I read it. It's like you don't know what you're doing, but you're somehow able to do it. The same way how Rand is also able to like use some of the powers. He doesn't know
Mhm.
how he's doing it, but for some way he's able to do it. So yeah, that's the only issue that I have. I think I would have loved it if they explained how with the power is that like actually happening. So yeah, I mean, apart from that, I also really loved how Rand and Elaine and Egwene, the way they kind of have that face of, right, where you know
Yeah.
that at what level Rand is and at what level
Mhm.
Egwene and Elaine is. And I'm like, that is also, I love that particular section because it kind of shows ki how much power Rand actually has. So yeah, but I do
Right.
feel that Inca, that their entire Black Haja, the Black Haja hunting thing that they do, right? It's not that interesting if you compare it with all the other like male characters, what they are doing and what journeys that they are going in. I think
Mm.
it's less interesting, but I loved how the Tel'Rondriad is like explored more through these
Yeah,
and
I
all
like
these
that
dreams.
part. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Kiran, I
Anita, go
love
ahead. Yeah.
Kiran, I love you throwing Hindi words in between. Wisdom Wally.
We have like
Yeah.
if Matt is listening to this, like, what is this girl talking about?
Okay.
See, I remembered what I remembered what I wanted to say that time. Naini keeps telling, keeps is so overconfident, and they did that last time also in Dragon Reborn. They just walk into traps. Okay, with
Mhm.
what that lady did, Moghedian, what's her
Mogidean.
name?
Mogadale,
Mogidean.
Moghedian.
Mogadale. Yeah.
She was so easily able to manipulate and they right. And then she has the audacity to ask somebody. I was just searching for that. She's like, I know how to do things. Do you think I can't see when a trap is coming? Like I know when a trap is set. Like lady, you just walked into a trap like 20 in chapter 20. Don't you remember? It's like yeah, this is what I wanted to say. Go ahead, Anita. Your opinion on the girls.
Okay. So, Egwene did not have much role in this book compared to other two. In the first scene, actually, when Egwene and Rand decides to be like siblings, I mean, break it off their supposed relationship. That entire situation with Elaine was weird. Actually, Elaine was also very annoying in this book with Rand, the Rand part. But that I think that Rand with Egwene and Elaine, their little fight, I think it kind of helped Rand that he needs a male teacher. He that I think that initial part helped him to reach that decision at the end. And second point I want to make is this Elaine and Naini's journey. I'm so glad actually Tom and Julian,
Julian.
yeah,
Julian.
joined him. I really wanted that because they are going to the place where Shanchan was there. I was scared actually.
Tanchiko, right? Tanchiko, right?
Yeah, Tanchiko. I mean, I'm a map freak actually. I checked Tanchiko. It's too close to Falme, so I was scared. And I was really glad to see Bale Doman there. I wasn't expecting to see him. That
Mhm.
whole equation with Bale Doman, Tom, Julian, all three trying to find the connection about that Tarangriel first competing between themselves. That was actually funny. I like that. And that again, and that friendship, Elaine and
Mm.
Nynaeve's friendship with Aegean and their
Sea
conflict. I
folk.
really like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that was
Mhm.
really well fleshed out. Actually, I mean, till now we
Mm.
see only Shanchan as the bad things. Still, they're
Mm-hmm.
bad people, but Aegean is a nice touch where she also did not know that Aes Sedai are good people. They are also human. They don't have to be treated so well, and she let go of that Sudam she
Mm.
captured. That was
Mm.
actually a really good part. And sorry. And I really, as you said, 90 when Moghedian's showdown. I mean, that needs to be done for Forsaken's ego. Actually, I mean,
Yeah.
somebody is so powerful that she can win over Forsaken. This entire thing, I was only one thing I did not like because Nynaeve saw that Tarangriel thing, leash thing. Once,
Adam.
yeah,
Adam.
yeah,
Mhm.
Adam. She once
Yeah.
and she came and took it. 13 Black Aja, sorry, 11 Black Aja were living in the palace. Literally, it was in control. Why didn't they find it first? That was weird to me.
The Black Aja. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they
Mm.
were literally living in that palace. Why did not they find it first? They also have Terangriel. They also can walk in the world of dreams.
But
It
I
was
think,
really weird for me.
mm, but she says later on that Lanfear was it not Lanfear, the other lady,
Mogideon,
Mogedian says that there
Mogideon.
is no use of controlling the dragon reborn with that, and she gives a reason, right? Because then in turn, then he can control you, and then maybe then you can share the power, but between two Aes
He,
Sedai.
he,
But then who will take over more power? There will be a power struggle and all that. Just a minute, my husband. Husband is spamming the
oh,
chat. He wants to say hi to uh, Darshan.
Hey there.
Uh, Come over. He's
hey,
that annoying.
hey, and his husband.
So, what the hell?
Hey, how are you? How are you? You
That's
could
all the
just
time you're
message
getting.
me.
Go. He hasn't even read the book. He's not welcome here.
Oh, oh no.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry for the interruption.
No, it's okay. See, that's the only part I felt weird. Yes, Mogedian says that, but Black Archer did not know. They wanted that Idam. to control Dragon Reborn. What I was like, what were they sitting? They were all there in the palace. They did not find it faster than Nynaeve and Elaine. I'm glad these
Yeah.
girls win. At the same time, it was weird that they did not find it first.
I'll say something, okay? Nynaeve and Egwene. They're like the strongest Aes Sedai so far, okay? Like the one people who can use the one power. So it has like that kind of impact. So that's what I'm saying, right? The way that they explain in these books that if you want something, if you want that, then you
Need.
kind of like get it. Yeah, that
Mm.
need kind of thing that they explain a
Yeah,
lot
need.
in these things.
But
Yeah, and I think. Mhm.
the world of dreams is not related to the one power.
Yeah.
Mm.
They've
Mm.
explained that as well in book 4, where
Mm.
Egwene, sorry, Darshan,
no,
go ahead.
go ahead, please.
Egwene is powerful in the powerful dreamer. She's powerful in the world of dreams. That's why she found that Adam in the first scene itself. But
Mm.
Nynaeve did not know that they took time actually until they realized that until this Tom and other guys said that it's in the palace. She first time she came to the palace and she found first time because
Mhm.
she needed it. But Black Aja they also needed it. I mean, it was weird actually, but that's all.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Understood. Mm.
Again, spoilers, but I'm not saying it. So
Okay. Thank you. I'm actually
Anything more
re-
about the girls? Because I have to. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm really grateful to Darshan how careful he was. What he is
Yes,
saying.
we appreciate
Really,
it.
thank you.
I,
Yeah,
I'm
we
I'm talking
appreciate
a
you.
lot less because I'm thinking whether this is in book 4 or whether it comes later, and I'm trying not to spoil anything.
I have one
Thank
question.
you.
What they do with that item is that happening in this book or not? Because I'm confused
No,
a
no,
bit
no,
over
no,
there.
no. They just got it. They just got it.
They
They
gave
Okay,
didn't
it.
do
They
anything
cool,
with it.
gave it.
cool,
They
cool,
gave
cool,
it to.
cool.
They gave it to Bail Domain to throw it
They
in the
lo-
sea. I did not see that happening.
Okay, yeah, that particular thing now, I think that's the stupidest thing ever because I feel that this
I was
decision is
thinking the
gonna bite
same.
them. It's gonna bite them in the ass. I feel that
Yeah, I
this
was thinking
Yes.
the
decision.
same. Why would you give to some random pirate or something? Like he is a person who collects these things and sells it or whatever, right? Why would you give that to him? I was like, okay, and I
It's
am
not.
expecting
It,
something to unfold from
it's
there.
not even that he is a ship captain. Go by yourself. If you're scared of
I,
traveling on boat, send Elaine. Go and see that throwing by with your own eyes.
right? Yeah, I thought I was the only one who felt that. Glad you also felt the same thing. So, if we are moving on from the girls, I want to talk about this bombshell that Robert Jordan dropped. I didn't see this coming in a million years. What happened to Swan Sanche?
Oh my
Like,
god, Tower
why?
politics.
I
Tower
cried.
politics.
Why? Oh
Yeah,
my
me too. I cried
god.
actually. I hate Elida with every breath of my life. Actually, you know what she did, and you know the part here is I don't even think she is Black Aja. She is just uh, power hungry animal, that's it. You know, I
Mm,
see, I understand ambition, I understand she Shanchan and Moraine are 1 year younger than her, but they got promoted, like Shanchan become Amrelin seat before Elida, so she is always jealous of them, she's angry with them, that part I understand. What I did not expect is how cruel she was to get that power actually.
mm,
She killed so many people, she killed so many wardens, so many Blue Aja were dead. And Gavin, oh my god, Gavin choosing Elida's side, that I did not expect actually.
yeah.
I mean,
Mhm. Mhm.
uh, it kind of makes sense. She grew up. Elida was there when he was a kid. He grew up with her, so it's easy for her to. It's easy for him to choose her. And at the same time, Shan Chan did not tell where she sent his sister, so she might be
That's
angry
the
with
main,
her.
main reason. That's the
But
main
Yeah.
reason, actually.
but
Yeah.
I did not think he was cruel enough to kill his own teacher. I mean,
Mm,
he killed wardens. That was
what-
I did not expect that.
right. It is a really a huge shocker. And the second shocker is we get to see Logain and what happens to Logain and this like, oh my god, so twist पे twist. This was like
I
crazy.
think
I really like Logain's
I
arc also now. Yeah.
yeah, I just loved how the book like kind of like starts with Min. Min coming in, having
Yeah,
all of these visions, and she's like, shit's about to go down here. What am
yeah.
I supposed to do? What should I do? And I just love that anticipation. You just know that something's about to go wrong. You just get that feeling that, yeah, I mean, if she has seen it, something's about to go wrong. But I just loved how this coup happened, right? And the way that Elida is just like, I think it's that anger that she has toward these people. I think it's just Swan, Sanche, and Maureen, and I think that's it. She's just. I don't think it has anything to do with
But
power.
why
Also,
did they
yeah,
steal her? I was so like, oh my god! What will she do now without her powers? What is it going to happen? Who
Pratik
will
Very
knows.
become the
sad.
new?
Pratik
I
knows
I'm
me so well.
stop highlighting that. I'm refusing to look at that comment because I don't want any spoilers. Stop highlighting that comment,
There's
Angie.
no, there is no spoilers. I think she just
Yes, but
know.
but is an indication that what might happen to us. I get that
So
expectation now. I'll anticipate for that. I don't want to do that. Anyway,
That's why I'm
yeah,
staying silent this entire conversation.
that's why I'm very grateful to Darshan. Actually, thank you so much. Okay,
Should I
yeah.
stop too?
no, no, no.
I
It's
really
okay
hate
as long as
spoilers,
you're
so
not
I would
giving
never
spoilers.
do that.
Yeah,
I
but
see. I want to finish it off with the parents arc because it's almost 12. I need to go and
yeah, yeah, sure.
cook
Mhm.
something and have lunch. I did not. I woke up and sat here. Actually,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
hungry.
One question: what is Isam? Did I miss something because I don't know what it is, or is it something that is supposed to come? Something that the Trollocs shout.
Oh, we did
Isam.
not know that yet. I don't think so.
We don't know,
We
right?
don't know
Yeah.
that yet.
Okay. Yeah, because then he says,
It
okay, it's the first time, they are shouting something that sounds like a word. So I thought there is some relevance that I missed, maybe.
we don't know that yet. Okay, I want to talk about parents arc. How good it is. That whole idea of these two rivers people, farmers and common people, banding together and go against Trollocs, defending themselves, saving themselves. That entire thing is so inspiring. I love the way Jordan did it. Actually, that was my
Yep.
favorite.
And then how the white cloaks, they tricked I mean, Perrin tricked white cloaks. Like, they're like, okay, I will surrender and all that. And then he says, if you help us or if you aid us.
Yeah,
So that was a nice touch to how he
actually,
oversmarted them,
yeah. Actually, the
outsmarted.
junior born held, he does not like Audit, so he had a confrontation with him. So I thought
Mm.
he has a sensible mind, but he hates Perrin more than he hates Audit.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
still, I mean, I expected this entire Perrin White Clothes arc to close in this book, but it did not happen. That guy is still left, but the way Jordan executed this Two Rivers arc, yes, Perrin led the battle, Perrin formed that little army, but it's not a one man show actually.
Mm.
Everyone fought. Egwene's father, Egwene's parents, Matt's father, Rand's father. Every person fought, including women, including children. They all have roles to play. That was perfect execution of any the battle, which includes the entire common people and families.
Mm.
Actually,
Mm.
I
Mm.
appreciate Jordan a lot for doing it this way instead of making it a one man show.
Yeah, and it was not that gory, and not many Two River people died. He didn't kill it for the sympathy factor, some random villagers. So it was well done, like well executed and well balanced, I felt.
I think we
So
didn't
yeah.
talk about Lord Luke, Slayer,
Oh
Oh,
and
yeah,
all
yeah,
thank
yeah.
those
you,
things.
Lord
thank
Luke.
you,
Yes.
thank you. I was, the minute Lord Luke came actually in Great Hunt on
Mhm.
Trollocs, on Dungeon Walls, Trolloc wrote those prophecy wherein took down those notes where it was said
Mhm.
that Lord Luke will come back, he'll have something to do, he'll band up with the daughter of the night. He was to brother of one of the daughter heiress of Ander actually. So
Mhm.
I thought Verin would recognize him, but Verin did not recognize him, or she's keeping it to herself. Nothing was. Where I was like, "Come on, he's the same Lord Luke from the prophecy." But I did not expect Lord Luke and the Slayer to be the same person. That was a
Right.
complete surprise to me.
Yeah. Exactly. So when that revelation happened, I knew there is something on going on with this guy, but like, what is it? I couldn't just guess it until it
Why?
actually was revealed.
See, initially when he was killing, I thought, wolves don't like Trollocs. So
Mm,
killing wolves means helping Trollocs. So I
mm,
thought he's helping Trollocs. He's a dark person,
mm,
but he's also
mm.
killing other animals. So I'm more curious
Right,
to know.
right. I I was thinking because Perrin was guessing it is Hopper or something, right? I got a little bit confused there because
Yeah.
he's calling Hopper, and then he's thinking Slayer is Hopper, so it was
No,
so
no, no.
confusing. Yeah,
See, Hopper is one of his old friends. He talks
right.
to that wolf in his dream world. So that's
Mm,
whom he is calling. Hopper is the one who told Perrin that Slayer is killing all everyone in this
mm.
dream world. Be safe and all.
Okay, okay, understood. I mixed
Yeah.
that up. Yeah, okay. Mm.
But
And
Parent guess his title, Parent Golden Eyes. Oh my god, I
Golden Eyes,
love that
Lord
movie.
Perrin. Don't
yeah,
call
Lord
me that.
Parent, yeah.
uh, when uh, when that final battle is coming, I knew help will come because
Hmm.
obviously Perrin has to be alive, right? This is only fourth book, but I did not know how it comes. So how it came, actually, I was like, so completely happy. Actually, that whole arc is one of my favorites in all these four books now.
The only good thing that File does. That's how I look at it. I'm like, that's the only good thing that she
I
did.
think I think you are not giving her enough credit to make Perrin happy. Actually, she does a lot.
You haven't finished Fires of Heaven, right?
Yes,
Shut up.
thank you, Angie. Beep beep.
Beep beep. Yeah. So, Darshan has been silent for so long. Please, Darshan, talk something quickly.
I'm so the problem is I really don't remember where the end of book 4 is. But one of the things I wanted to bring up is the battle in the dream world. Did it happen in the between Perrin and was it this book?
No,
Which
no.
one?
There is no battle, nothing.
Oh.
Okay.
Perrin and Slayer battle some happened. That Lord Luke got hurt and he leaves the
Yeah,
universe. That
Ah, ha, ha.
happened.
yeah,
That
yeah,
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 that
yeah.
happened
that's
in
how
this
they
book.
know.
Right. Yeah.
That's how they
So
know that he's the same person. Yeah, that's how
yeah.
Yeah,
we know.
that's it. Yeah.
So
Um,
that is
what
one
about
of
the
the
rain?
things that shows that the dream world is not related to the one power. Like it is a separate
Ah,
Yeah.
entity. It
correct.
it it adds another. It is actually a brilliant addition because if you think in the flow of the story, you have a battlefield that's happening here, and it adds a parallel battlefield that cannot be influenced by this battlefield. It gives multiple points of focus where your attention is constantly being divided between them, and
Parallel
that
worlds.
yeah, it
Parallel
helps
worlds.
pace that fight a lot. Like the presence of just another battlefield is adding a lot to this. It was a brilliant idea by him, and it is one of the things that I have taken to heart. Like every time I think of some kind of scene like this, you cannot do with just one battlefield. You need parallel battlefields but belonging to the same battle.
Darshan,
Mm,
I have a
mm.
question. Can they use this one power in the world of dreams?
Do you want me to say?
Hmm. Interesting question.
I mean,
Interesting
because
question.
If it's a spoiler,
because
no.
It is
okay,
kind of
fifth
a spoiler because they explain all this later.
okay,
Okay.
because in fifth book, especially in the fifth book, I'm reading something now where these girls.
I am not in Sweet Book 5. Anita,
It's
you're
not
not
a
allowed.
spoiler. It's just a mechanic spoiler. If you want, I can tell you, but I have to warn you. It is slightly a spoiler because they do
No, bear up.
explain.
No, no, no.
Angie doesn't want, so it's okay. You can.
Okay, let's talk about the crazy ex-girlfriend. I think we're leaving her, and I don't like that.
Who's
Who
that?
is crazy ex
Who's
girlfriend?
that? Who's
Seriously?
girlfriend crazy?
Seriously?
Who's craziest girlfriend? No.
Okay, maybe. Okay, fine. I'm not going to say anything.
Did you just
Okay.
give us a spoiler?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I know that they talk about it, so I don't think so.
Uh, Angie, power off or internet off, something happened. Now we can
Something
take over
happened.
her
Okay.
channel.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything then. Okay. One of the Forsaken I was just talking about. So yeah.
Lanfear thing. Lanfear is the crazy ex-girlfriend. I
Yeah.
know. I mean, I think Rand is very clever where he switches off that bond, Dark One's bond with Asmodean, and he says that I
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
learn from you if you are connected to Dark One. Now you are not more connected, I can learn from you. That was actually a smart move by Rand. I really like
and
that.
and and she helped him. That's interesting, right? She's not even, she's like, she doesn't even care
She,
that the Dark One would do something. She's not even thinking in that way. She's like, I want to help him. So yeah, that
but
was interesting, the
I
way
think
that she shielded
after
him.
Rand does that, she shields Asmodean so that he
Shields
can
her.
teach. I
Hmm.
also like that, Rand as a reader, I did not imagine at all, but read and he got that angriel man, small angriel, and with that he uses and takes everyone
Hmm.
to the isle. Those are all small, small details I really liked,
Details that, yeah,
and that.
I think
And
that. Mhm.
do
Please,
you
please go
remember?
ahead.
Do you remember at the end the Tarangriel what Asmodean wants and Rand chases him for that? That's the Tarangriel Matt observes when Rand went inside. Matt was waiting for him before going to that door. That is the same Tarangriel. Matt saw the Tarangriel. He was about to touch that when he was stopped by Rand. Actually, Matt has eye for all these powerful objects. I really like that cool connection.
I think it's something to do with that medallion. Is it something like that? I don't know for
No,
sure,
no,
but
no.
could be,
See,
No,
because it's like, because he can kind of like sense it, right? Because whenever that one power is being used, he.
Medallion did not get him, then he did not go to the door yet, I think, if I can
Okay,
remember.
I
okay.
think
The
it's just
minute that,
Matt's propensity for shiny things has
yeah.
expanded as his destiny expands. Like he could sense coins in somebody's pocket earlier, and now he can sense Terangriel and so on.
Yeah. Yeah, his like frequency matches with them. There's a resonance. Okay, he can feel
Yeah,
it.
it's just instinct. It's that um,
Oh my
an
god.
expansion of his instinct.
Yeah, Angie is not able to get into her own life. What should we do? Should we end it?
No, yeah, we can end it. We can, if we are if we all close the stream, I
We
think.
won't. I
No,
don't
we
think we'll
cannot
be able
end
to
the
end it.
broadcast. We
Yeah,
cannot
she
end the
has to do
broadcast.
it. Can we
No,
try to add her? Can we do that? I have no
no,
idea.
we cannot.
I think we
But
can stop it. We can leave the studio, but that will not end the
yeah, we can
live, I
leave the
think.
studio, but that will not end this live actually. And she has to do maybe one moment. We'll send the last final words. Then maybe you can kill that StreamYard thing, Angie. Okay, everyone, we
Yeah.
are facing some problems,
Technical
internet,
issues.
yeah, technical issues. So anyway, I think we finished our discussion, almost everything we want to discuss. So
Hmm.
see you soon whenever Angie finishes the next book. So thank you all
Yeah.
for joining.
I think I should not join this until like you guys have finished everything, or I should read the book that you are
No,
discussing before I join.
actually,
Darshan, please read it. Please
no,
read it.
no,
We loved you here. I think I really enjoyed this, okay? When you joined.
uh,
Yeah.
Darshan, we actually, I really liked your perspective, and we want you here back. If you
Yes,
want
yes.
help,
Yeah.
I mean, this is a shameless plug-in. Actually, please don't take this. But I review each book. Actually, spoiler filled. I talk about everything that happens in the book, so you can watch my video before hopping on here, so that it gives you recap what all happened.
Yeah, I think
Interesting.
that'll work. That'll work.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm back. I hope you can see me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Finally, Angie is back.
Oh, you were
Yeah.
gone. Sorry,
You
I'm
Yeah,
can
sorry.
yeah.
end the
So
broadcast.
it,
We can talk background. You can end the
you.
broadcast. We already said bye.
Oh, you
Hmm.
did. All right. So I hope you had a final summary. Like how I can say we had a consensus that we love this book,
Yes.
right? And looking forward to reading the next book. Hopefully, second half of next month we will have this. And definitely, Darshan, you're supposed to join. Unless you're
If
busy
I'm
with
free, I'll
school.
join for sure.
Right. You are in Hyderabad now?
Yeah, I'm currently in Hyderabad.
So yeah, so if you're still in
It's my
town in
place.
India, then
I
we'll
mean,
have that.
I'm not in Hyderabad. I'm in Toronto, but I am from Hyderabad.
Oh, you're from Hyderabad. Okay.
Right. Okay, so
Sorry.
thanks everybody for joining, and then we will see you soon in our next discussion next month. Thank
Bye
you.
Bye.
bye.
I
Yeah.
have
Bye
Bye.
bye.
questions to ask Darshan. Is it ended broadcast?
Array.